My name is Mai Hernon, and I'm from a small little village, very cultural village called Gurchin in County Sligo. You've got, if traditional musicians would recognise it from the playing of Michael Coleman, he would have been the next parish townland to us. So it's a very well-known area for traditional music, singing and dance actually. So that's who I am.
Okay. Well, what are you doing here at the Folk Festival?
I'm teaching traditional singing and set dancing at the weekend. Okay.
And what kind of techniques have you been teaching?
Well, I like to teach the airs of the songs and the words of the songs. We're not into notes and traditional music is usually passed on by ear, and I like to teach by ear because it just means that people will pick things up quicker if they start to use their ear in listening. So what I'm doing with my pupils today, I'm teaching them the phrasing of a song that I'm giving them. I'm teaching them how to place the words inside the melody, the air of the song, and I'm also teaching them how to their breath techniques and their projection. So now, what I want you to do is look at the wall. This is what I do with the children or people who are very quiet.
Without mirrors.
Without mirrors. Yeah. So Jose was sitting facing me, and I had 5-6 people across. And I was going to the wall, and I says, "You see?" I said, "Okay, loosen up. Yeah, loosen up. You have to be very loose. Don't be holding tension anywhere in your body. Loosen up." And I says, "Take a deep breath and feel yourself here." Now I said, I want you to imagine a colour in your head. And this colour is going to come from here. And you're going to pull this colour up, and you're going to go, "Oh!" and you're going to splash that colour all over that wall. So the kids were going, I says, "What colour?" And one of them said, "Orange." And I says, "What colour are you going to be?" And she says, "Purple." And Jose is sitting, and the next thing he has his head down. He's afraid he's going to get splashed with colours. It was really very funny. And he says, "Oh, wait a minute." But anyway, what I do then is, I go, this is to project your voice. This is to show you, it is not, you don't have to shout to be heard, but you can actually throw your voice out there across the whole room. So if you visualise a spot on the wall, and you visualise that the note that you're bringing up, and you're bringing it up from the ground, and it's a colour, and you're going to splash that wall with that colour. You have to go, "Oh," as opposed to "Oh." "Oh" brings you about to here. Basically, I'm hoping that they're having fun as well, you know, teaching them to imagine things like colours and splashing walls with colours and things like that. This is finding your voice. This is finding where your voice is coming from and what you can do with it. And you can stay quiet then, or you can, it's like you sing a song, let's see, this is the American one. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, while traveling through this world of woe, but there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright place to which I go. So you can go quiet, and you can throw it out. When it's a method of putting feeling into your song. Because if you stay the same tempo, it's with traditional singing. It's not just that you're free flow. It is also that your songs, you have to put feeling into your song. I won't talk like this all the time because everybody's going to get bored with me. I'm up, I'm down, I'm loud, I'm quiet. What you're doing when you're singing is you're telling a story. You're telling somebody's story. So when you're singing, especially traditional singing, you ornament, you extend words, you cut words, and you go a little louder in some places, you go very quiet. It's the feeling you put into the song.
When gentle tides go rolling by along the salt sea strand, the colours blend and roll as one together in the sand.
For me, I would be one of these people who, it's kind of sacred to me. It's kind of like a religion. To me, it's a gift. I have been given a gift. And I have witnessed so many great singers. And I've been given so many great songs, and I've heard so many great voices. They're like all my jewels. They're like my crown jewels, my songs. And most of them, a lot of them would have been written by people hundreds of years ago that would have gone through an awful lot of like famine and fighting and immigration and lost loves. And it's like when I write, if I write a song, it's very personal to me. So these stories would have been very personal to other people. And now they've been passed on. And even in my last CD, one of the CDs, I don't know whether I thanked the singers and the songwriters that have gone before, that have written these songs, so that they've handed them down to me, because it's a gift that they've given me, you know, to write these songs and pass them on. So when I'm teaching them, I like to be able to let my pupils leave with that sense of the importance of the song and the feeling of the song. And it can be personal to you. You might feel the feeling of the song. You might take the song as your own personal feeling.
In the fields, they've drove the stallion down.
It is a very intimate thing. You are actually opening your soul to the world when you sing. It's a very, you're letting the whole world know what's going on inside your head when you're singing.
All's the time when love was Lord of all.
Some of the songs that I will sing, they're history. They're pieces of history. Somebody wrote that, they felt the pain of that, and I have to preserve that, number one. This is my duty as a traditional singer. It is my pleasure and it's my duty to preserve traditional songs, but also it is my duty to pass them on as they were given to me. So this is traditional songs, but I have to do it in the best way possible, and I have to do it in such a way that people will feel what I feel in the song and what has been given down to me in the song.
And you did a set last night at
we did,
the Folk Club. How was the atmosphere?
That was great. That was lovely. There was a good crowd there. We were in top form as well. It was a lovely gig, and the people that were on before us were fantastic, and the man that was on after us, Steve Tilston, pleasure to listen to. You know, it's an honour actually to be sharing the same stage with these people. Excellent. So we had a good night.
Excellent. Are you planning to go to any of the gigs later on during the
week?
Well,
Sherry O'Dowd is a cousin of mine, and he's playing, is it tonight in Widcombe?
Widcombe? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and he's from over in Ireland as well, so he's playing there. So I'm hoping to get to that, and I'm sure there'll be sessions all around the place that I'll be kind of what's the word? Delegated to.
Yes.
Yeah. Last year at the Bath Folk Festival, all the tutors met for the last night for a singing session, or not a singing session, a session of music. So we were playing tunes, and Alan Burke, this very good singer who was in a band, he did a gig last year, and he was up at the bar with his wife, and he was just having a chat with her. And I went up to him and I says, Alan, I says, why aren't you doing something? And he says, go on ahead, I'm enjoying the music. So I went up and I said, come on, give us a song. So he sang this song called The Belfast Mountains. And it's an absolutely beautiful song. And of course I'd never heard it before. So he sang this with the guitar. And of course I had to learn it. But if I hadn't been there that night, or if he hadn't been there that night, I probably would never have heard the song. And I fell in love. It's 'Twas on the Belfast Mountains I heard a maid complain of her lamentations down by yon rolling stream. She said, I am confided by the constant bonds of love, and it's all for a sailor boy who inconstant proved. Oh, you Belfast Mountains, can you not grant me release? Have you got no tongue to flatter with or ease me of my grief? Have you got no tongue to flatter with or take away this pain? For it's hard to love an old sweetheart and not be loved again. She threw her arms around him, saying, you're my own sweetheart. She threw her arms around him, saying, we will never part. She threw her arms around him like the branches of yon vine. Oh, Jamie, lovely Jamie, you broke this heart of mine. So may you never prosper, and may you never thrive in any job you take in hand, as long as you're alive, and the very ground you walk upon, may the grass refuse to grow, for you're the whole occasion of my grief and woe. Oh, you Belfast Mountains, can you not grant me release? Have you got no tongue to flatter with or ease me of my grief? Have you got no tongue to flatter with or take away this pain? For it's hard to love an old sweetheart and not be loved again. That's it.